Welcome. Today I will be paraphrasing, summarizing, and sharing for the May 23rd Al-Anon readings in Courage to Change and a Little Time for Myself. We'll begin with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. I will take a moment and look this over. The question is, in what ways does having a judgmental attitude harm me? And the passage begins with this person describing how when they were younger, they felt it was their responsibility to tell others how they should live. But they realized that being judgmental was hurtful. They noticed how gentle people are in Al-Anon and now realize that people who make choices other than what this person would like, those choices are just as valid as the choices this person would make. This person now believes that even when other people's choices disturbs them, that everybody's on the path that they need to be on. Today's reminder: when struggling to accept others, I can remember that everyone has a higher power to help guide them. And the quote is from Discovering Choices, Recovery in Relationships. I can accept and appreciate everyone and let go of my expectations. In what ways does having a judgmental attitude harm me? It just limits me. And it adds a level of negativity and non-acceptance that is not healthy for me. I'm surprised and amazed and appalled, but I guess it just is what it is. Maybe it's just the human mind at how many judgmental thoughts I have every day, and how I have to realize immediately that they are not productive and then release them and don't give them any more of my attention. But the amount that streams into my head from somewhere, amazing, truly mind-boggling. And it's not something I'm proud of. It doesn't feel like anything that I can control. The only part that I can control is once I'm aware of the thought, like what I'm going to do with it. And I realize that, most of the time it's 100% garbage, and I just release it back into nothingness. Like I say, it's like embarrassing how many times it happens to me during a day, but It probably happens to everybody. I can only speak for myself, but I don't see how I'm different than anybody else, as far as like having a human mind, and human minds just behave a certain way. But I could be completely wrong. I am well aware of that. So I'm aware that judgmental attitudes are not productive, not helpful, not happy, not peaceful, not serene. So I work to release them as soon as I am aware of them. Of course, there are, some judgmental thoughts that probably keep me safe, keep me out of harm's way. But I'm not really talking about those. I'm talking about all like the little minuscule nothing. And I never speak about them. They're just in my head. I don't like them, so I let them go. Silly things like, um, I wonder why their house is so messy, or why do they, like, why did they choose to wear that? Like something, like it's all very superficial and yucky. So those are the things that I'm talking about that are completely useless. Completely useless. A waste of my time and energy. All right, I'm going to take a minute and look this over. No tabs or highlights. This is about step 10. I'm going to read step 10. Step 10, continue to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. This is about admitting mistakes. And it starts off by saying the healthiest thing that I can do is admit that I'm not perfect. And it says it's not easy to admit our mistakes, but if we don't own up to our wrongdoings, we will feel guilt. And guilt is not healthy. So Al-Anon's answer to guilt is the 10th step. We continue to take personal inventory, and when we are wrong, we promptly admitted it. We take responsibility for our actions. We free ourselves from burdens and secrets, and we accept our imperfection. And we accept and love ourselves exactly as we are, with all our mistakes. Today's reminder: we can admit our errors, appreciate our growth, and make amends. The quote is from Samuel Butler. It's important for us to live in truth for our own sake, for ourselves. It's just such an important, beautiful page, because it helps me to remain guilt-free and burden-free consistently. In general. I'm trying to think if I feel guilty about anything right now. I don't think so. I think I've really gotten into a pretty positive groove of, like, if I think I'm wrong, I admit it. Interestingly, I've also gotten into a pattern where I apologize a lot less, which is funny, but it actually makes sense because I found that in the past I was apologizing for a bunch of stuff I didn't need to apologize for. And now when I apologize, it's because I really feel like I owe an apology. It's not because I'm apologizing for being a human being or for being imperfect. I can still think of times when I apologize and it's more of an insecurity thing and not like I really need to apologize for something. But again, that's progress, not perfection. And I love the part, Al-Anon is all about loving ourselves and accepting ourselves as we truly are, and that we're lovable no matter what. We're lovable to our higher power, and we're just worthy of love, no matter who we are, period. We are worthy of love. And to me, that never gets old. Every time I hear it, it just brings a certain amount of calm and peace to my soul. And I really feel like if everyone felt worthy of love, then there would be a lot more peace. And I say that, I feel like my living space is a very peaceful place. But overall, I think that when I hear of violent things that have happened, I think, somewhere along the line, someone felt less than. But that's a whole other topic, and I don't really want to go down that. It's just something that I thought of when I was thinking of this. But beautiful reminder, beautiful, beautiful sentiments. I just love that about Al-Anon. It's such a gentle, accepting program. No matter how many times I go to meetings, I just went to a meeting today. It was wonderful. It was about how everyone has a contribution to make, that we all have strengths and weaknesses, kind of just like this page. It's all interconnected. Because it is. Everything is interconnected, and it all kind of comes back to we're all doing the best we can. We're all learning. We're all here to learn, and we're all worthy of love and learning. That's all. Now I feel like I'm just talking in circles. But we'll close out with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. Here we go. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. I think that was 3. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Sending you love. Take care.